Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, your home of show bet football analysis and predictions. Okay, welcome to a very beautiful Monday morning and the 20th day of May, and we have a lot of games going on as usual across the globe, and we also, selected a few that we made our in-depth analysis on and brought it forward for you on Betcraft. That's what we do on a daily basis. Okay, and we saw how we fared yesterday. We were very successful in our predictions yesterday. We had 10 games yesterday. We saw 9 of them, coming out just the way we predicted them. Aside one Swedish team that fell to win yesterday, we were completely, 90% successful yesterday. So kudos to those of us who won, and congratulations to those of us who, won that yesterday. Okay. Before we head on, we want to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the very first time to kindly take out time to, click the subscription button so that you don't miss out on our, subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on daily basis. Okay, and today we have, a set of games that we looked into, and without further ado, we head into these games. And today we're starting with the very first game of the day, and it is in Swedish first division where we have Djurgården who will be up against Halmstad. Okay, Djurgården in the past, 6 games have been able to achieve 4 victories and as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games I've had so far. And away side, on the other hand, Hamstad have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 3 losses also in the past 6 games I've had. Okay, when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can as well see that playing from home, the home side, Djurgården have been able to achieve 7 wins, and they've also had 2 losses and just 1 draw in the past 10 home games they've had so far. It goes to show that they're doing fine at the moment, and they're doing very well. Seeing that they've won 70% of their home games, okay, and also their away side on the other hand have playing from away in the past 10 away games have been able to achieve 4 wins. They've also had 4 losses and 2 draws playing from away. Okay, when you put all that together, also knowing the fact that their away side Djurgården, we saw their away side last week defeating their opponent from away by 5 goals to nil. They actually defeated Broma Pokana by 5 goals to nil on that occasion. So in this very game, when we put all those results together, we know that Djurgården is much more, fancy to pick up the sport, seeing that the last time both teams met saw Djurgården defeating this side by 1 goal to nil. So we expect to see Djurgården rising to the occasion once more to defeat their away side. It is home win outrightly. That's our value for that very encounter. And that will take us to the very next game. And the next game also is in Swedish League, where we have Malmö who will be up against Häcken in Swedish League. Okay. And you look at how both sides fared from their recent occasions, you will see that the home side in the past 6 games, they've been able to achieve 4 wins. Häcken have had 4 wins as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games they've had. So from the west side, Malmö as well have seen um, you know, um, 4 wins as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games. Okay, when you break it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that at the home side, Häcken have been able to achieve 5 wins playing from home in the last 10 home games they've had. They've also had 3 losses as well as 2 draws in the last 10 home games they had. All right, but the away side, Malmö, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 8 wins playing from away in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 losses in the past 10 away games they've had so far. And in this very encounter, we know that Malmö is the strongest team in Sweden at the moment. They're doing very well, and we expect to see in their away side, rising to the occasion in this very one. Okay, their away side to win, Malmö to win outrightly. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And the next game that we have is in Faroe Island, where we have Víkingur who will be up against NSI in in Faroe Irish League. So when you look at how both sides fared from home and away from their recent encounters, we'll see that the home side Vikingo have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 6 games. They've also they've also had two losses, and the away side have also achieved the same four wins and also 2 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you bring it out to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side have been able to achieve 9 wins out of 10, and they've also had 1 draw in the past 10 home games. And it goes to show that they're winning their matches, convincingly, especially when they're playing from home. And that away side, on the other hand, NSI have been able to achieve 5 wins playing from away. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw playing from away. Okay, that is to say they're doing average, especially when they're playing from away. Okay, these are 2 big teams in Faroe Island, and also look at the head-to-head encounters. We could see that Víkingur have been very, very dominant in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, seeing that they have won on 8 occasions and they've also had 1 draw, and they have lost just on 1 occasion to, and they have not even lost, okay, they have lost on 1 occasion to NSI. Okay, they have won 8 out of the past 10 head-to-head meetings and lost just 1, and also 1 draw to NSI. So it is the home side who has been very dominant in the head-to-head proceedings that's expected to win this very game. It is home win outrightly. That's our party for that very encounter. And that will take us to the next game. And the next game that we have is in Austria Second Division, where we have, Kienberger coming up against Lillestrøm. Okay, Kienberger in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 3 losses. And that way side the same. I've also seen 3 wins as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side have been able to achieve 3 wins from home. They've also had, 2 draws as well as 5 losses playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, have seen 4 wins playing from away as well as 4 draws and 2 losses playing from away. And okay. Also worthy of mention is the fact that the home side in the past 10 home games, have been able to achieve, an over 2.5, score line in the past in 8 games out of the past 10 home games I've had so far. And the away side also have seen over 2.5 on 6 occasions out of the past 10 away games. All right. And the recent head-to-head meetings for both sides, saw the away side saw them playing out a 3-1 win, 3-1 score line, and also a 1-0 scoreline. So, but we could see that when you consider the last 10 head-to-head meetings for both sides, you could see that it has produced over 2.5 on 7 occasions out of 10. So we do expect 3 goals in this very one, and over 2.5 in this very game. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that will take us to the next game. And the next game is in Denmark. All right, then it's Superliga. That's Danish first division, where we have Nordsjælland who will be up against Midtjylland. Okay, Nordsjælland have been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 losses. And away side, on the other hand, Midtjylland have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 2 losses and 1 draw in the past 6 games of here so far. When you take it down to how they've been faring from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side have been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws and 1 loss in the past 10 home meetings for the home side. So it goes to show that they're doing very well. They've won 70% of their home games, and their away side, on the other hand, Midtjylland, playing from away, have been able to achieve 5 victories from away. They've also had 5 losses playing from away. Okay, these are very big teams in Danish league. They've been doing so well, both teams, and scored a lot of goals in all their recent games. And when we look at that, we'll see that the last time both teams met, which was in last month, they played out a 3-2 draw, a 3-2 score line, and also the last 10 head-to-head proceedings for both sides have produced over 2.5 on 6 occasions out of 10, and we do expect to see a lot of goals in this one. Seeing that the last time the home side played from home, actually they won that game by 4-1, and also we saw Midtjylland defeating Copenhagen last time by 2-1. So we do expect a lot of goals in this game, and we expect to see an over 2.5 on minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter. That's our verdict, and that takes us to the very next game of the day. And the next game of the day happen to be in Canada, where we have HFX Wanderers who will be up against Valour. Okay, the home side in the past 6 games have lost the entire 6 games they've played so far, and the away side also have lost the entire 6 games they've played so far. All right. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can also see that the home side in the past 10 home games have managed 4 wins. They've also had 2 draws as well as 4 losses playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, Valour have managed 2 victories playing from away. They've also had 8 losses playing from away. These are 2 teams that are not doing very well in the league. And when you take a look at how both sides fared from home and away perspective, we could see that the last 3 head-to-head meetings for both sides have seen the home side, HFX Wanderers, picking victory in all 3, defeating the away side on each occasion. And we do expect them to rise to the occasion in this very one, seeing that they have won the head-to-head severally. We expect the home side, HFX Wanderers, to win outrightly in this very game. It is home win. That's our verdict. And that will take us to the next game. And the next game that we have for you today is in Norway, where we have Lillestrøm, a very fine team in Norway, coming up against Fredrikstad. Wonderful team also. At the home side in the past 6 have managed 3 wins. They've also had 3 losses. And the away side, Fredrikstad, have won the entire 6 games they've played in the recent past. So they've been doing so well. They are flying. They're doing so well. They've been winning their matches, dispatching their opponents with a lot of goals. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side, Lillestrøm, in the past 10 home games, have managed 3 wins. They've also had 3 draws. They've also had 4 draws, and as well as 3 losses playing from home. All right. It goes to show that, they're not performing very well. They're not performing very well even when they're playing from home, but they have managed to win 30% of the home matches. But their away side, Fredrikstad, in the past 10 away games, have been able to achieve 7 wins. They've also had 3 draws in the past 10 away games. It goes to show that these guys are doing very well. Fredrikstad, their away side, are doing far, far, far better than the home side. And we saw them defeating KFUM by 4-1 in the last away game they had. And when you put all that together, that the away side is a very, very strong side, and we do expect some results from them, and that's why we are backing them to either win or draw in this very game. It is away side to actually win or draw. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the very next game, which happen to be the last for the day, and it is also in the Norwegian first division, where we have HamKam, who will be at home welcoming a very strong side, Bodø Glimt. Okay. And HamKam in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 2 wins as well as 4 losses in the past 6 games ahead so far. And the away side, Bodø Glimt, have been able to achieve 5 wins out of 6. They've also had 1 loss in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side in the past 10 home games have managed 3 wins, and also they've had 1 draw as well as 6 losses playing from home. And the away side, Bodø Glimt, have been able to manage 9 wins, 8 wins actually playing from away. They've also had 1 draw and 1 loss, okay, playing from away. And it goes to show that they are a very strong side. They've been winning their matches, and we saw them defeating in the last away game. We saw them defeating the Christian Sword by 4-2 playing from away. So Bodø Glimt is a fine side, and they're doing so well, and they've been also very dominant in the head-to-head proceedings. Seeing that in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, have seen Bodø Glimt winning on 5 occasions, and they've also had they've also had 4 draws. They've never lost to this side, in the past 10 head-to-head meetings. So we do expect the away side, Bodø Glimt, to rise to the occasion in this very one. It is away side to win outrightly. That's our verdict for that very game. And that concludes our predictions for you on Betkraft today. I wish you the very best of luck, and also I hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly, and do not bet with your entire fortune. It's only a football game. You only bet with what you can afford to lose. All right. Tomorrow is another big day, and we're going to have a lot of games going on tomorrow again, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next game. But until then, keep winning.